Hello, 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 my dudes. I've compiled the majority of the storm chasing footage I've collected over this year for you guys. But since I'm only a bootleg storm chaser, I really just stay within a 35-mile radius of my home. It's alright though, since we're pretty far into the alley, we still get to see some very, very beautiful storms. Just less tornadoes so far. I am a little bit stuffy while recording this, but a sudden urge to get a lot of content done hit me tonight. For our area, we tend to get a lot of small isolated storms that start out as fluffy, innocent clouds. You really don't know which clouds will just poof, turn into a storm. If there's a cold front moving in on a particularly hot week, then you will get the more serious storms here, but it generally takes a cold front to do that. Some parts of Tornado Alley actually get, I think it's called Dixie Alley, they get some pretty serious weather as early as February. It's really interesting noticing the varying degrees of activity depending on the months and location. I've noticed in our area, the start of the season usually starts out nice and gentle and light. Fluffy late winter overcast scrounges up enough energy to produce rain showers and occasional thunderstorms around late February and early March. But as soon as May comes around, things ramp up in the form of spectacular lightning storms and some straight line winds. Generally no serious danger though for us. This particular storm I'd consider one of my first actual chases. I had gone an hour from home to meet this system, close to Oklahoma. I don't think it had a tornado watch or anything, but it was one nasty looking thing. This was super memorable though, because I had thought the cell was moving straight east, but it was heading south-southeast. I had taken it off-road from the freeway to get a better vantage point, heading straight southwest, I think, thinking I'd be able to watch it go past, but it turned out to be insanely windy and broken road storm was scraping right by me. I was too busy driving to record though, and panically, is that a word? Whatever. I called my dad during that. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I ended up back at the original freeway I was on and headed south on a faster road. I stopped and turned around at a spot that I know to watch the mouth of the storm come over. It was, I think, one of my best storms, one of the best storms this year. It was very much worth the gas money. And that wasn't even really that far from home, considering a lot of people will travel hundreds of miles. Actually, no, scratch that. A lot of people will travel internationally here to get their chance at seeing a tornado. I don't know, I would. It's so pretty. My chasing, if you can call it that, just consists of obsessively checking the weather forecast at NOAA and hoping that the conditions will be favorable where I live. Even though living in the middle of Tornado Alley is super convenient, it also means many storms will be duds, which is a good thing in the grand scheme of things, since you don't really want a tornado destroying everything. So our area basically gets the best of both worlds. This storms still end up being absolutely gorgeous. While not killing a bunch of people, you know. This particular storm was one of the last noticeable ones for this season. I had driven up north on one of my usual roads to watch it go by. It was absolutely stunning. This was a severe storm, more for the hail than the tornado risk. It was also an amazing lightning producer. Later that night, that about sums up how the season went.